All right. My ideal supervisor, I would say, is someone that can mix friendship with doing the work. I feel like there's a lot of supervisors out there that act higher than their employees. And I feel like that just creates a bad environment that you don't want to go into. I had a supervisor at Academy. His name was Sam. We would play video games together. We were always talking about something. But when the work needed to get done, we were getting the work done. And he was a great teacher. He taught me a lot of things. And he was also a great multitasker. As a supervisor at Academy, you're working the customer service desk. And so he was still able to answer any questions I had while working and providing great customer service. So ideally, I would want somebody that can create an environment that I feel comfortable going into every day and sort of having a friendship with them. A conflict I once had with a coworker would be I was working at Lifetime Fitness in the Kids Academy a couple summers ago. I was 17 years old and I was playing a little rough. I was playing a little rough basketball in the back, and this kid fell over. He got hurt. It wasn't that bad of a situation in the moment, but when he was leaving, he told his mom that I pushed him over. And it sort of felt like they weren't really taking my side into account when I was explaining the situation. So I was just getting a little upset there, but I just kind of had to let my understanding take over instead of my emotions and just like put into perspective that this is a customer. The customer is right in this type of situation, and to just be understanding. And obviously, a kid got hurt under my watch, so I did something wrong at the very least. And so, just being able to take responsibility and not use fighting words and letting my emotion take over the situation, just proper communication, I think really got that situation resolved. How would my former supervisor describe me? I think he would describe me as a quick learner. At Academy, they really push pitching the credit card like they do at all retail stores. And so when I first got there, they were teaching me different pitches to use, different ways to go about it, and that you always got to do it. And so during my time there, I ended up leading the store in credit card sales. And so I feel like I really picked up on that quickly, and that applies with school as well, with that job. And so I feel like that's how they would describe me. What attracted me to this company? So in the assignment, I applied to CBS Sports, and I've just always had this sort of nostalgia for them. I grew up with watching their broadcasts, and so I know they have a strong reputation of good quality broadcasts, great storytelling, and that's just something I would love to be a part of. I feel like my skills can help improve on that, as well as they could help me improve in my work as well. So 3 strengths of mine, as I said, strong communication. I learned that a lot at Academy just because you're seeing so many different people during the day that you're talking to so many different demographics, different ages. And so just learning how to communicate with all types of people, I think I was able to learn that there. I would say, as I said, fast learner. I think that's a strength of mine. And I would say one more would be the sales side of things. I was able to, learn how to say what people want. It's a little, I don't want to say like gray area type of thing, like morally, because I didn't really feel the best when I was selling the credit cards because, it affects credit score. But I think I was able to learn what people want to hear, and I got good at that during my time at Academy as well. Areas for improvement, I would say my punctuality is one. I've always been kind of bad with time, but I really do want to improve on that. As well as my organization. That's always been a problem for me, especially at Academy. You're kind of in like a high pressure environment, especially like during weekends, and we would have to keep track of receipts for returns or voids. And so when we're in that high pressure situation, I kind of just throw them to the side instead of putting them in my bag and organizing them. So I feel like that's a situation where I can improve on, especially going into a field like this. You want to, like all situations in sports broadcasting are going to be quick changing, fast environment. So I feel like that's something I should improve on. And one more thing, I would like to improve my leadership. I feel like I never really have been in an environment where I needed to be a leader since high school. And so I feel like I would want to learn more about that and improve in that.